Good morning, friends. We're talking about the Gaza ceasefire. Well, the Gaza ceasefire has come into effect, but will it hold? That is the big question because the Hamas group has said that it will not disarm until there is a Palestinian state created. And Mr. Netanyahu has said that there will be no Palestinian state created. So it already looks like that's one dead end or a roadblock. Also, who will take care of all the rebuilding of Gaza? That is not clear. According to Mr. Trump, the nations of the Middle East will take care of that. I think the blame should fall entirely on Israel, the country that has destroyed most of Gaza. They should be responsible and pay for the rebuilding of all of Gaza. That's only just and fair. And in the words of a British doctor who was working in the Gaza area, he said, who will hold the Israeli army accountable for the genocide that they have done in Gaza, which is quite correct because there's official rate is supposed to have been 67,000 dead, but I think that's a very wild guess off the mark. It's probably more like 100 or a couple of 100,000 when you think of all the buildings that have been destroyed and which would have had people living inside them, and they would be crushed under the debris. So Israel has a lot to account for, and in the words of the doctor, it's a violent criminal state that must be held accountable. And the other powers that be that have rushed in to recognize the state of Palestine also believe that only the two-state solution will be the key to everlasting peace in Gaza. Without a separate Palestinian state, there cannot be any peace, and it will again go back to square one. And Hamas will never be destroyed. There will be always more people coming in to join it and fight for their freedom, as that is what the Palestinians feel. They have a right to that land, and a lot of that land has already been stolen by the country of Israel.